Most people go to the gym to feel safe, focused, in control. But what if someone was watching you, even when the gym was completely empty? This story was shared by a woman who started getting messages during her early morning workouts. The terrifying part, there was no one there to send them. This happened to a woman named Ashley Turner in 2022. She had recently joined a new gym after moving to a different city. It was a small, modern gym that stayed open 24 hours. Ashley usually worked out in the evenings, but one week her schedule changed, so she started going early in the morning, around 4:45 a.m. At that time, the gym was almost always empty. One morning, she walked in and immediately noticed something felt off. The front desk was empty. The lights were on, but dimmer than usual, and the silence felt heavier than normal. Ashley scanned her card and stepped inside. She didn't see anyone, not a single person. She started with some stretching near the mirror. Everything seemed normal for a few minutes, until her phone buzzed. She picked it up and saw a message from an unknown number. "You came early today?" Ashley frowned. She looked around the gym. No one. She assumed it was just a random message and ignored it. But then her phone buzzed again. "You look tired." This time it felt different. Personal. Too personal. Ashley slowly turned around. Still no one. The mirrors reflected an empty gym. Now she started feeling uneasy. She typed back, "Who is this?" No reply. She decided to continue her workout and moved to the treadmill. As she started running, she kept glancing at the mirrors. The gym still looked empty, but something didn't feel right. Then her phone buzzed again. She looked down. "Don't turn around." Ashley froze. Her heart started pounding. Slowly, she lifted her eyes toward the mirror in front of her, and that's when she saw it, behind her, in the far corner of the gym. A man was standing near the wall, completely still, just watching her. Ashley quickly turned around, but the corner was empty. No one there. She looked back at the mirror, nothing. The reflection was gone too. At this point, panic started to set in. She grabbed her phone and stepped off the treadmill. Her hands were shaking. She started walking toward the exit, fast. Then her phone buzzed again. She didn't want to look, but she did. Too late. Ashley's heart dropped. She rushed toward the door, but just before reaching it, she heard something behind her, a loud metal slam, like a locker being shut hard. She turned around instinctively, and for a split second, she saw him again, standing near the lockers, closer this time, much closer, then gone. Ashley ran out of the gym and got into her car. She locked the doors immediately and checked her phone. The messages were still there, but the number was gone. No contact, no history, nothing, like it never existed. Later that day, she returned to the gym and told the staff. At first, they didn't believe her, but one employee pulled her aside and told her something unsettling. A few months earlier, someone had reported seeing a man inside the gym before opening hours, standing in the corner, watching. But when they checked the security cameras, no one was there. Ashley never went back to the gym that early again, and even now, she avoids looking at mirrors when she's alone, because sometimes she feels like something might be looking back. This story was shared by a guy named Ryan Collins, who said this happened to him in 2025 while working out at a 24-hour gym in Texas. Ryan had a pretty normal routine. He worked during the day and usually went to the gym late at night to avoid crowds. The gym he went to was open 24 hours, but after midnight it was almost always empty. One night, around 1:15 a.m., Ryan entered the gym using his key card. As usual, the place was quiet. The front desk was empty. The lights were on, but slightly dimmer than during the day. Ryan said he liked that atmosphere. It felt peaceful, like he had the whole place to himself. He started with some light cardio on the treadmill. After about 10 minutes, he noticed something strange. In the mirror across the gym, he thought he saw someone walk past behind him. It was quick, just a shadow. He turned around immediately, but there was no one there. Ryan assumed it might have been someone in another section of the gym, maybe near the locker rooms, so he didn't think much of it. After finishing cardio, he moved to the weight area. That's when things started to feel off. The gym was completely silent. No machines running, no footsteps, nothing. Ryan said even the usual background music wasn't playing. It was just quiet. Too quiet. He started his workout anyway, trying to ignore the feeling, but after a few minutes, he heard a sound, a metallic clank, like a weight being placed back on a rack. It came from the other side of the gym. Ryan stopped and listened carefully. Then he heard it again. Clank, this time louder. He called out, "Hello?" No response. He walked slowly toward the sound. As he turned the corner into the next section, he saw something that made him stop. One of the barbells was slightly moving, like it had just been touched, but no one was there. Ryan felt a chill run down his spine. He looked around the room, still empty. At this point, he was sure someone else had to be in the gym, maybe messing with him. So he decided to check the locker room. As he walked in, the lights flickered slightly. The locker room was empty, but one of the shower stalls was running. Water was hitting the floor loudly. Ryan slowly walked closer. "Hello?" he called again. No answer. He reached out and pulled the curtain open. No one, just water running. He immediately turned it off. Now he was starting to feel uneasy. As he walked back out into the gym, he noticed something that made his heart drop. On the fogged-up mirror near the entrance, there were fingerprints, fresh ones, like someone had just touched it from the inside. Ryan froze. He was sure he hadn't touched that mirror, and there was no one else in the building. Suddenly, he heard footsteps, clear, heavy, walking behind him. Ryan turned around quickly, but again, no one. At this point, he grabbed his bag and decided to leave. He walked quickly toward the exit, but just before reaching the door, he heard something right behind him. A voice, very close to his ear. It whispered, "You forgot something." Ryan spun around instantly. There was no one there, nothing, just empty gym equipment and silence. He didn't wait another second. He ran out of the gym and got into his car. The next day, Ryan went back during normal hours and told the staff what happened. At first, they didn't take him seriously, but one of the employees pulled him aside and said something strange. He told Ryan that a few months earlier, a man had collapsed and died in that gym late at night, right near the weight section. Since then, some members had reported hearing sounds after midnight, weights moving, showers turning on, and sometimes voices. Ryan said he never went back to that gym at night again, and even now, he refuses to work out after dark because he still remembers that whisper right behind him. "You forgot something."